So in this video, I want to take a look back at Marvel's Spider-Man, the reasons why I love this game so much, and analyze the game a little bit more and take a retrospective into the game because Spider-Man 2 is being released. So I think it's a great time to look back at Spider-Man number 1 and have a look at why this game was so good and why we loved it so much, because it's such a great game and I want to take a look back at it and enjoy it again. Some of the first things I must say about this game is what a great intro. We're straight into New York and we really get into Peter Parker's world of he's a genius and he's Spider-Man. He's also late for his payments. We jump straight into Spider-Man's world as well with Fisk, and we're fighting corporations. We're also getting straight into web slinging as well, which is a little bit hard to get used to at first, but after a little bit of practice, you will be so good at the web swinging and get a hand on it. What I love about this game is the world building. So New York City is really well designed in this game. You can go to all the major landmarks in the game. The map is absolutely massive and you can explore it. I love just swinging about for hours and exploring the world that has been built in this beautiful Spider-Man universe. In the remastered version, what is really good is we have like the ray tracing. We also have haptic feedback, so there's brand new features. You can really feel the swinging with the DualSense controller. That's what's absolutely amazing about it. Visually, it looks absolutely impeccable. The remastered version is a lot faster than the PS4 version, so you don't have to worry about those long load times anymore. After the first mission with Fisk, you can sort of enter this open world, and every couple of minutes there's going to be a new mission or a new side quest that pops up. We get a lot of character voices coming through, but you can just go out and explore this open world, explore all these skyscrapers, start swinging. You can even interact with the people in the ground. The game looks absolutely incredible and it still stands up today. Of course it does, because it's a PlayStation 5 game, but really it is just one of the most beautiful games. I love the look of New York City. Just looks absolutely incredible. It's one of my favorite things about the game. The fighting mechanics in the game were designed really well. So there is a lot of melee action going on. So there's a lot of button mashing. But in terms of the game, I think it's really well designed. And as you go through, you actually unlock new abilities and new attacks as you go through. And you can level them up as you like, so there's plenty of different unlockables. It does get repetitive with the objects that you can use in the game. So with the L and the R, you can swing like tin cans, or you could swing machinery around and beat enemies with them. Some of the enemies as well, they do get repetitive sometimes. You could unlock different suits throughout the game. I really love the main suits and the abilities that they have. I love the designs of some of the black suits. I just saw some really cool stuff as well there. So in terms of the main enjoyment of this game, I think the customization of the suits has been really enjoyable. The swinging has been really enjoyable. Just finding random objects in the world has also been quite enjoyable, and just all the side missions as well, just appearing out of nowhere every couple of minutes has been really good, and there's consistent things to do in the game. So that's why it keeps you playing more, is because there's a consistency of flow in the game. It's no load times and you don't have to wait to get to new areas or wait to get into new missions. There's just consistent flow of things happening in the game, and it flows really well with the PlayStation 5 and it plays super smoothly. That's one thing I found with the game in terms of the performance. Graphics, once again, absolutely fantastic. And what's really fun is with these side missions, there's sometimes car chases, so you have to chase cars down and beat the bad guys that way and save the day with the city. And also there's landmarks that you have to take photos of and discover as you go. Discover New York City as you go. And it's really cool because I've never been in New York City, but it almost feels realistic to me. Like, it really feels realistic, and I've probably said it 1,000 times in this video already, but I really do like the city design. They did a really great job with it. So with the combat in the game, when you delve into it, it's really open. So you can go from above, whether you're swinging or you're standing still on something that's above. You can press triangle and do a different attack than if you press circle or square. You know, you've got all these vast options available, and you can even distract bad guys by pressing like R1, and it will just shoot something at an object to be able to distract one of the bad guys, and then you can do a sneak attack on the bad guy. So the combat is really well thought out. As you level up in the game, you unlock new abilities such as, you know, shock attacks and all these really cool advanced attacks as well. So that's really fun. The combat is really well thought out in the game, and that's what I liked about it. And there's certain things like in car chases where you got to swing by the side of the car and actually, you know, press square a couple of times and dodge, you know, bullets or dodge, you know, attacks, and actually get the bad guys out of the car. Or there's other things where you've got to be quiet and avoid actually people hearing you, otherwise you will ruin the mission. So you got to do sneak attacks. So it's a really well thought out mechanic. We actually are partnered with Dr. Octopus, and we're working for him, which is what Spider-Man and Peter Parker do originally. But the thing is, he knows that we're Spider-Man, but it's just interesting because it foreshadows what we already know in the game, and we know that we're going to be fighting Dr. Octopus in the game, and he's going to be one of the biggest bad guys to verse. So it's just interesting as you go. I don't want to spoil the game too much, but you know, we already know what's going to happen with the Dr. Octopus and Peter Parker storyline. They're going to end up fighting in the game anyway, and that's going to be a huge part of it. Also, another really great mechanic in the game is the ability to scan landscapes. So you can scan New York City for an area to see if there's any objects to discover, if there's any bad guys to beat in the area, or when you're in a mission, there's a point where you can actually see where to go next. So the flow of the game is really good as well. So overall, this game was the main reason why I bought a PlayStation 5, because I just wanted to play with the swinging mechanics. I just imagined myself as Spider-Man swinging through the game, and that's honestly the main reason why I bought the PlayStation 5, was to play the Spider-Man game, and it's been really great, and I feel like it's such a great game to even revisit now. The Spider-Man Remastered just perfectly captures what a Spider-Man game should be. You're really thrown into the universe, and it's an open world, so you can kind of play how you like, do whatever you want, and that's what I love about this game. And the Miles Morales game is great too, and I'm excited to play Spider-Man 2 as well. That's going to be amazing, and I'm very excited for more Spider-Man gameplay to happen on this channel. So like and subscribe if you want to see more Spider-Man gameplay, reviews, or you want me to talk about another game. Would kindly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.